All right, and no matter what happened in Anchorage, Alaska last night, the Bakersfield Condors were able to put together the best season in their brief history. And last night, the Condors, facing elimination in the Western Conference Finals, went into Anchorage down 3-2 to the Alaska Aces. It was not a good night for the Condors after being outscored 8-1 in their previous 2 games. The Condors once again had a tough time finding the back of the net. The top-seeded Aces proved to be too much for the Wings, winning 4-1 the final. They earn a trip to the Kelly Cup Finals. And the Condors, well, they had a heck of a season, but now it is off to the off-season, setting tee times and getting ready for next season. Head coach Troy Mann doing a wonderful job with that team in his first year as head coach. Elsewhere, Clippers owner Donald Sterling submitted his formal response to the NBA yesterday in a 32-page document. He claims the league's efforts to force him to sell the franchise is illegal. His lawyer calls the charge an outrageous punishment. That's a quote. The NBA banned Sterling for life and fined him $2.5 million after racist statements he made to former girlfriend V. Stiviano were leaked.
Yeah, it bothers me a lot that you want to broadcast that you're associating with black people.
The league said in a statement last night that it had received Sterling's response, and its board of governors will vote next week on whether they'll terminate his stake in the Clippers and force Sterling to sell. The attorney for Sterling's wife, Shelley, confirmed that her husband has given her written permission to sell the team. He stands to make nearly $500 million. And former New England Patriot tight end Aaron Hernandez is due in court today in Boston on charges in a second murder case. He allegedly gunned down 2 men in 2012 after a chance encounter inside a Boston nightclub. Hernandez is scheduled to appear in Suffolk Superior Court. He already faces charges in the 2013 murder of semi-pro football player Odin Lloyd. And it's a good thing 50 Cent is a rapper and not a baseball player, and here's why. Check it out.
He's here to promote his concert coming up here in mid-June. And that was not a strike. A little wide, just a bit outside.
Man. Into club. That's not even into vicinity. Rapper 50 Cent embarrassed himself when he threw out the first pitch at last night's New York Mets game against the Pirates. As you can see, the windup was there, but then the body went one way and the ball went the other. 50 thought it was funny, or at least he tried to play it off that way, but that, exactly, probably the worst first pitch I have ever witnessed. I thought 50 was an athlete, but I guess not. You got to warm up. You got to warm up. Even after 9/11, George Bush threw out the first pitch in the first game played in the World Series. After 9/11, Derek Jeter told him, "Don't bounce it, they'll boo you." So George Bush practiced in the bowels of Yankee Stadium, and if you remember, he threw a perfect strike. All right, 6:29 the time. Members of the U.S. military will finally leave Afghanistan. Up next, we'll tell you about the president's plan to bring home our troops. And disaster strikes South Korea.